So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said before in my announcement, that today I'm going to have my guest. He's a young man and a very vibrant young man from South Africa in Limpopo. So, I'm going to have a chat to get to today with him on different issues that are currently happening, in the whole world. Because I think issues that are happening now, like especially the corona issue, it is also affecting him somehow because he's an event manager and event organizer. So I know that many people at the moment are really affected by this pandemic. So without any further ado or waste of time, I would like to pose a question to you to say,
Okay.
who are you? How do you describe yourself and where do you come from?
Okay. Thank you very much for the question, and I would also like to greet our viewers. Um, Good evening. Um, I My name is Sekelani Ndou from Musina, in a small village called Kembo. Mm. Yeah, so that's about me and who and where I come from.
Okay, so you said you are coming from Musina, but currently, where are you based now? Where are you located at the moment?
Or at
Maybe
the moment,
people
uh,
are interested to know. Yes.
okay, at the moment, I'm currently in Germany. Or let me just put it in this way. Okay, I'm based in Germany, Frankfurt.
Okay, in Germany, Frankfurt. How long are you living in Germany now in Frankfurt?
Or it's been uh, 14 months now.
Okay, so you're still quite new. I'm sure you're still also like learning the language and stuff like that because that's what the Germans do. As soon as you arrive in the country, they kind of force you to learn the language. Anyway, that is very interesting, and I think we should now go to the main issue. As an event manager or event organizer, how badly are you affected by the current situation of corona, where people are not allowed to meet in groups and stuff like that? What's going on? How badly are you affected, or how badly are the people back home affected, whom we are working together with?
Hey, it's a tricky question, but I will have to to be to be straightforward uh, when I answer this question. So,
Yes, please.
so what I can say at the moment is that this pandemic um, has killed our industry
Yes.
because people are not allowed to gather in numbers, and that is and our 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 job is to gather people.
Yes.
So this pandemic doesn't favor our business at all. And the other thing that is also affecting us, and it is that we don't get any assistance from government
Okay,
in
that is
terms
the
of
question. Yeah, that is the question I wanted to ask to say, do you get any financial assistance from the government to, to carry on with your work?
No, at the moment we're not getting anything. Ever since we tried to apply for those relief fund grants, so nothing
came.
Nothing came. They keep sending us automated emails.
Okay, that is very bad for the entertainment industry. But what kind of strategies are you guys in the entertainment industry? What are your plans? How do you want to go about this whole situation? Because I know that there are at the moment many artists that are suffering because there are no gigs coming up. They are not invited to come and perform and stuff like that. So what would be plan B? Have you ever thought of another plan to try to continue with your work as an event manager or event organizer?
At the moment, it's very tricky because also when you approach investors.
Yes.
Okay, let me just put it in this way so that people they can understand or to get to understand what kind of events I do and how I organize them.
Yeah.
I on my events I depend on outsourcing.
Yes.
I outsource almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
From stage, artists, food, alcohol, and venue. So to me to find funds, it's a bit tricky because investors they don't want to put money because they fear to lose their investment.
There's no security. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. But do you? I know that you're coming from Musina, and Musina is one of the vibey places ever in South Africa. In Musina, people of Musina they like to party, and I mean they love good things. So the question is, do you do only music events, or you also organize kind of football tournaments or netball tournaments or volleyball tournaments? What do you focus mainly on music, or you also do other sporting codes and activities in Musina?
I have in 2017 I've co-founded my NPO, Musina Youth Sports Club.
Yes.
It's a sport-related NGO whereby every year we host events, soccer and netball tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like, is it
sorry?
Yeah, you can continue.
So those the main aim behind those events is a way of giving back to the community and also to give underprivileged young black talents an opportunity to showcase their hard-earned talents.
Okay.
Mm.
And but how are these activities received in the community of Musina? Are the people excited about them? And do you also like get financial assistance in a form of a grant or just a sponsorship from local people?
Apparently, the only person who was assisting me, but not with money, but with equipment, it's Raps Bafu, Rabelani Mamadou.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is the only person.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
That is the only person that is hands on. Yeah, we don't get any financial assistance from the municipality, from local business people, Venetian, and all other stakeholders around Musina. Mm.
Okay, but have you sent them proposals of what you intend to do, or it was just like a verbal try? How did you try to get to them?
Ever since the birth of this organization, we've been sending them proposals, donation requests, sponsorship requests. So there's a team that is hands-on in terms of organizing those events. So every year, 6 months or 7 months before the event, we start preparing the event. That's where we start taking out donation requests, sponsorship requests, and everything. We don't get any assistance.
I see, and I'm sure it is very frustrating because you're trying to create a platform where young people can come together and keep themselves busy in a constructive way. Because when young people are not kept busy, they are very likely to do some uncalled for things like crime, indulging themselves in alcohol abuse and stuff like that. I mean, it's a great thing that you guys are doing, but I find it a pity that nobody seems to really take serious what you guys are doing. But I think you shouldn't give up. You should just keep on trying. So you said since 2017, if I heard you correctly,
Yes.
the organization has been existing. But so far, what did the organization achieve achieve so far? Like, what is it that you can proudly say that this is our product? This is the one young man that we have promoted through our tournaments and stuff like that. What is it that you can tell the viewers out there that this is what we have so far achieved as an NGO?
A lot of things has happened. So, and there's a lot of talents that has been scouted in those previous years. There is a guy who is now trading in TTM is Chakuma Chamadzibandi, NFDA.
Yes, the football team in the PSL in South Africa.
Yeah, Wari Lucius Ndou.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just number 12 TTM.
He's playing already there.
Yes, he's playing.
Okay.
And also these two Sundowns players whom they also who were the before they become professional players. They used to play to those event. Kudisom Dao and Lisedi Kaping. Recently, on there is three talents, young from Musina, young talents who got a scholarship in the USA. So next month, next month they will be flying to the US. So there's a good story to tell behind this tournament. And not to forget that this event is one of the biggest tournament in Musina.
Yes.
Yeah.
When does it normally take place? Is it in December time or in during Easter holidays?
In December during festive season.
Okay.
18, 19, 20 December.
Okay. And how do you get teams to participate in the tournament? How do you how do you get teams to participate in the tournament? Or and is it only for local teams, or any team can just call you guys and register to participate?
Yeah, what we normally do, we take out invitations, whereby for you to participate, you have to pay an affiliation fee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is how much? Which is how much?
It's 2,000 rand.
Okay.
For 16 teams, of which is 32,000. So from those 32,000, I think it's 30. Yes, 32. Yeah, from those 32,000, number one goes with prize money of 20,000. Number two, yeah, number two goes with a prize money of 12,000. Yeah, from top four, those teams, number one, number two, number three, number four, they get new soccer kits. All 16 participated team, they get a soccer equipment. Yeah, and there's individual awards, player of the tournament, youngest player of the tournament, top goal scorer, goalkeeper of the tournament, and a coach of the tournament, and a referee of the tournament.
Oh, okay. That's quite interesting, and it looks like it's really something that all teams should be or should look forward to, because I know that during festive season, December time, most of the teams are actually on break. So I think many teams can have an opportunity to actually participate in this wonderful in this wonderful tournament. But during your tournament, do you invite media to come and do the coverage, like Parapara FM or Capricorn FM, Musina FM? Do they come and do the broadcast for the tournament?
This year it was Mira. They came and but what they did, they don't they don't televise or broadcast they only
Okay.
they only take pictures and interview players and also fans or spectators. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that is quite interesting. You know what you are doing because young people have to be kept busy, and this youth development job you are doing is really something that every community needs. That is why I think it is important that we try to kind of convince those who have money to support this tournament so that it can go on. It doesn't have to, it should not die because if it dies, then it means that we're not going to have the future, football players or netball players in that regard. So let's come to music industry. How many gigs have you so far organized in Musina, and how were they, received?
In Musina, it's 3,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all successful.
Okay.
Yeah. In Gauteng, it's 7,
Okay.
and and they were all successful except the last one in December.
Except the last one.
Yeah.
What led it to fail? What was the issue behind its failure?
I cannot say the event failed. It's just the event went success. It's just within the organizing committee or partners. Yeah, so that's where we had problems, whereby we had to disagree, and that led me to be alone, to carry on alone. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I see. But then when you organize events, for example, if you're organizing a gig in Musina, which DJs do you take or artists? Do you only like focus on local artists from Musina, or you also mix like taking others from Gauteng or from Pumalanga? How do you do that?
Um, you know, this event thing, it
Yeah.
needs a proper ground assessment.
Yes. Yes.
Before you can decide with to host an event, you should first understand the, which artist does this community like.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that is very
It's very
important
important. Yeah. Yeah.
because you can bring a local artist as supporting artist, not as major or main artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for that, when I organize my event, so I bring at least 2 uh, big names. The rest will be local based artists, and yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting because I know that out there we have so many good musicians, good DJs, but they don't get exposure. They don't get enough exposure. So I think as local music organizers or event managers, we should also look at that, to try to empower those who have not yet made a name for themselves, so that at least they can also pick up and something like that. So we have talked about the football tournament and what you have done before and what you are doing now. What does the future hold for you? What are the future events you are looking at organizing? Or let me say, what is the upcoming event coming up on your side?
Yeah, there's on my side there's two pending events. Yeah, so so for now I cannot predict when, but once
Okay.
once this corona thing, yeah, so it will depend with the corona lockdowns in South Africa.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, because right now I think South Africa is on lockdown, so it might be a little bit tricky to really organize an event, and at the end of the day, nobody comes because people are not allowed to come. So, which means we shall just keep ourselves, posted and something like that. So, it seems to me that you are very passionate about youth development. You are very passionate about empowering young people through sports and also through music. What can you say to young people out there in Musina or in South Africa or youth anyway who seem to be lost, who seem not to know who they are and where they're going? What kind of message can you send to them to say, guys, this is what you can do in order to prepare your future better?
Uh, yeah, zwine ndi nga amba ndi zwa uri zwavhuḓi vhuḓi zwine ndi nga to zwi vhea nga nḓila ya so,
Yeah.
zwavhuḓi vhuḓi muthu u kho tea u to biḽiva kha miḽoro yawe.
Yeah.
Tshithu tsho thoma ndi u biḽiva kha miḽoro yawe. Tshithu tsha vhuvhili ndi association. Your association determines your future.
Yes, it's true.
So arali wa vha kha vhathu vha vho bvaho na vhutshilo hau vhu ḓo bva.
Yeah.
Mara arali wa vha kha vhathu vhane ha vha uri na vhone vha hungry for success, you will be successful one day.
Yeah.
So zwithu zwine nṋe ndi nga vhudza vhaswa nnḓangi ndi zwa uri u bvelela a zwi na vho tshifani, and u bvelela a zwi faneli. Muṅwe na muṅwe u wa bvelela. Zwi to bva ngori muthu iwe wa dzi vhudza uri iwe nḓila yau u khou tshimbila nga nḓila ifhio. So what I can also encourage youth, they should also partake in politics. They should also venture in agricultural activities. They should also venture in music industry.
Yes.
Art. So there's many things that we can do. but you need to first understand, or do you like doing that thing now? That is very important, because ungasiti chitu usachitakariri. Yeah, ndimaipyanga kawaswene.
Yeah, that is very powerful. No, this what you've just said reminds me of the situation back home where I come from. Like me too, I'm currently living in Germany now for almost 10 years. I left home 10 years ago, but I do go home every year, to check on my parents and my siblings and stuff there. What I see is that back home there are a lot of young people who have problems with self-identity, peer pressure, and some of them end up, being in jail because of the mistakes they have done. And what I see is that most of the young people, they influence each other in order to play a hero, game. Everyone of them wants to be seen as the main man, and it doesn't help them anyway. It doesn't help them. So many of our young sisters and so they got pregnant while they were still going to school, like secondary school and stuff, and the fathers are nowhere to be found. It's really they're like single mothers, young single mothers, and they're suffering. They can't find jobs because they have no qualification. Life is really very rough. So I always tell young people when I go home to say, hey, guys, take your education serious. It doesn't matter whether you're coming from a poor family or not. You are the one who can change your situation. You are the one who is responsible for the change you want to see in your family and in your life. So, with this, I would like to say thank you very much for the time that you have reserved to talk to me today. I really appreciate that. And I've learned a lot of things from you, which I think I would also like to implement, someday, like, because I love music, I love sports also. So maybe we can find a way somehow to work together so that I can also, do something in my community. So maybe one more last thing. Are you planning to do some events also here in Germany in future? Because I think the Germans would also appreciate it if you can also bring some African, vibe. I think they can really appreciate it. Are you planning to do some events in future here in Germany?
Definitely. If I get funds, then I promise that I will do something. There is a lot of opportunities here, and people, they do support such events. So yeah, if I get funds, I will definitely bring something that is African oriented.
That will be, I think that will be wonderful, and I would really like to support you there because, in Germany, here where we are, there are a lot of African people, but majority of them are coming from West Africa. And Germans tend to think that all Africans are from Nigeria, all Africans are from Cameroon, all Africans are from Gambia, and it is not the case. Though we South Africans are minority, we are not so many. So I think it is about time that now we bring South African vibe, we bring South African music, we bring South African artists to come and sell their music here in Germany because this is something which is still missing. People think that music is only Afrobeat. They think all DJs from Africa they play Afrobeat, and that's really a big stereotype. So I think with people like you, in future you should make it a point that you also bring South African, let me say Southern African artists here, because our music is not really yet heard, no? And I think we should make it a point that it also comes to Europe. Like Amapiano, I've never heard anyone playing Amapiano here in Germany, So I think we should start to organize such events for South Africans and also for everyone. And then we play mainly, this kind of music so that people can get used to it as much as they got used to Afrobeat. We also want people to know the other type of music, not only Afrobeat. Music is not about Afrobeat in Africa. So, with this, thank you very much once again for having reserved your time to speak to me. I really appreciate it, and I think I'm gonna invite you another day, and we carry on where we have left today. But it was really great to have you on this show tonight. Do you want to say something before we close, or you are good?
Okay, my last words is that people they should take this virus serious because every day people are leaving this world. So so we should take good care of ourselves and respect all the corona regulations.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you
Okay.
very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Until we meet again, have a good night, man.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.